Today on December 7th, Archangel Michael says, I saw your future, and I couldn't stop crying. I wasn't allowed to tell you, until now you have 16 seconds left. My beloved child, listen very carefully, because through all the realms of heaven, through every gate of light, through every whisper that passed between angels, your name was the one that echoed loudest. And when Archangel Michael saw what is coming toward you, he bowed his head, and tears fell from his eyes like burning stars. Not because your future is dark, no. Because the moment you step into what has already been written for you, the entire universe will shake in awe. Something huge is waiting for you, and you have 16 seconds before this message shifts everything. Right now, forces you cannot see are moving rapidly, rearranging timelines, bending situations, opening doors you thought were sealed forever. Michael wasn't allowed to reveal this before, but today. The veil was lifted, and heaven commanded him to reach you before destiny triggers its next phase. Amen. 1. Hear this now, chosen soul. Michael says the reason he cried when he saw your future is because of the transformation that hits your life like lightning. There is a moment coming, a precise second, when everything that was working against you will suddenly collapse. The betrayal that broke you, the waiting that drained you, the loneliness that almost destroyed you. All of it is about to be reversed in a way so divine, so unbelievable, that even angels will stand in silence. Your enemies who celebrated too early are about to witness a turnaround they never imagined. The blessing that was delayed is not delayed anymore. What was stolen is returning multiplied. And what was hidden from you is being exposed right now, because heaven needs you ready when the miracle drops. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will not pass you by. Amen. 2. Beloved, understand this, for it is the heaviest part. Michael was never allowed to speak. Your life was inches away from a different path, one where you settled, one where you dimmed your own light, one where you believed you were forgotten. But that path has been erased. Heaven has rewritten your story. You are stepping into a future overflowing with breakthroughs that will silence every doubt you ever had. There is a divine surprise aligned with your name, moving toward you faster than your fears can block it. The tears Michael shed were tears of relief, because what's coming for you is not just a blessing, it is justice, restoration, elevation, and revelation all at once. Something huge is waiting for you, and the countdown has already started. Amen. 3. My treasured soul, stay exactly where you are. Because the moment you try to scroll away, the energy that's rushing toward your life begins to shift. Archangel Michael says the reason he is speaking urgently is because your destiny is standing at the gate, knocking louder than ever before. Something huge is waiting for you, and right now, this very second, your spirit is being prepared for a blessing so massive that even the angels are adjusting their wings. Michael saw your future, and the reason he cried was because of how dramatically everything changes for you. The people who underestimated you will not recognize the version of you that is emerging. The opportunities that once ignored you are about to chase you. The doors that were locked are about to swing open by divine force. Amen. 4. Listen closely, because Michael says there is a supernatural alignment unfolding behind the scenes that only a chosen soul could trigger. And you triggered it without even knowing. Your prayers, your tears, your silent suffering, your attempts to stay strong even when you felt broken, all of it reached heaven, and it created a ripple that changed the trajectory of your life. Something huge is waiting for you, and every second you stay here, the veil over your blessing becomes thinner and thinner. A message is coming, a sign, an unexpected person, a sudden shift, that confirms everything Michael has been trying to reveal. Your life is not just improving, it is ascending. Heaven is preparing to compensate you in ways that will leave you speechless. Amen. 5. Beloved, understand this truth, because it will wake your soul. There is a person around you whose heart is being moved right now. Someone who once doubted you is being divinely guided to speak something that will change your path. Someone who once stayed silent is about to reveal the truth. Someone who once blocked your blessing is losing all power over your destiny. Michael says this is the moment where heaven intervenes directly, no delays, no confusion, no resistance. Something huge is waiting for you, and the countdown has already begun. The angels of release, restoration, and reward are surrounding your name. Your breakthrough is not approaching slowly, it is speeding toward you like thunder. Amen. 6. My radiant soul, don't move. Because what Michael is revealing right now is the part heaven guarded the most. Something huge is waiting for you, and if you miss even 1 second of this, you will miss the moment your spirit awakens to what is unfolding. Archangel Michael says he cried because he saw how drastically your life shifts once this hidden truth is exposed. Someone tried to interfere with your destiny. Someone wished for delays, for confusion, for blockages, yet every attempt they made has backfired. Their intentions have been reversed, their plans dissolved, and their influence removed. You are not stepping into breakthrough alone, you are stepping in protected, elevated, and divinely backed by an army of angels. Amen. 7. Now hear this revelation, beloved, because it carries the weight of heaven. There is a blessing with your name carved into it so deeply that no force, not jealousy, not fear, not manipulation, can erase it. For months or even years, something was blocked, paused, or held in limbo. You felt it. You sensed it. You wondered why nothing was moving. Michael says the reason was simple. Heaven was preparing the path, removing the wrong people, exposing the hidden ones, aligning the right soul connections, and clearing every spiritual obstacle that once stood between you and your promise. Something huge is waiting for you, and the moment you receive it, your entire identity transforms. Amen. 8. My chosen soul, Michael wants you to know that the next 7 days of your life hold a powerful shift, one that he wasn't allowed to reveal until today. A moment is coming where everything suddenly makes sense to you. A message arrives. A decision is made. A door opens. A truth is revealed. And when it happens, the weight you've been carrying for so long will drop from your shoulders instantly. Something huge is waiting for you, and your angels are already in motion, rearranging the final pieces of your destiny. The tears Michael shed were not of sadness, they were tears of awe, because when you see what's coming, you will cry too. Amen. 9. My enlightened soul, remain still for a moment, because what Michael is about to disclose is the part that shifts your spirit permanently. Something huge is waiting for you, and right now the heavens are vibrating with a message meant only for your ears. Archangel Michael says he cried because the version of you that is rising, the healed you, the powerful you, the unstoppable you, is beyond anything you've ever imagined. The pain you survived is becoming the doorway to blessings that multiply. The nights you cried are becoming the soil for miracles that grow. The moments you thought were endings were actually divine setups for your greatest beginning. Amen. 10. Now grasp this deeply, chosen soul, for Michael says a spiritual transaction has already been completed in your name. The struggle you went through was the final requirement. The test you endured was the last boundary. Heaven has signed the release of a breakthrough that was pending for too long. Something huge is waiting for you, and the angels assigned to your destiny are currently repositioning people, redirecting opportunities, and removing anyone who cannot stay for the next chapter of your elevation. A truth is being revealed soon, one that instantly clarifies why certain people pulled away, why certain doors closed, and why your heart was being prepared for a higher purpose. Amen. 11. Beloved soul, before you continue, Michael says this message must reach more hearts than yours alone. If even one person hears this and finds healing, heaven celebrates. Type Amen to anchor this blessing into your life, and let it echo into the lives of those who need it. Something huge is waiting for you, and the countdown is accelerating. You are walking into a future where your name is honored, your spirit is protected, and your purpose is fulfilled. What's coming will shock you, soften you, and strengthen you all at once. And when the miracle arrives, you will say, "Now I understand why Michael cried." Amen. 12. My rising soul, do not blink, because Michael says the moment you blink, the energy around you shifts. Something huge is waiting for you, and right now, the spiritual realm is louder than it has ever been. Archangel Michael reveals that your future contains a turning point so powerful that heaven had to shield it until your heart was strong enough to receive it. There is a divine encounter approaching, an opportunity, a message, a breakthrough, that will feel almost unreal when it arrives. The reason Michael cried is because he saw you stepping into a chapter where you no longer chase anything, everything begins to chase you. Amen. 13. Hear this secret, beloved. Michael says a divine reversal is unfolding in your life. The very things that once felt like curses are becoming the foundation of your greatest blessings. Every closed door is returning as an open gate. Every delay is returning as acceleration. Every loss is returning as restoration multiplied. Something huge is waiting for you, and the angels have already taken their positions, ensuring that nobody can interfere with what is destined to be yours. A person who once overlooked you will soon realize your value. A situation that once stressed you will soon reward you. A path that once felt blocked will soon clear with surprising speed. Amen. 14. My beloved child, Michael says this next truth is the one he wasn't allowed to reveal earlier. You are standing at the edge of a divine appointment. Your spirit will feel it before your eyes see it. A sudden shift of energy, a sign that feels too specific. A moment that feels scripted by heaven itself. And when it happens, you will understand why the battles were so heavy, because the blessing is even heavier. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven is urging you to stay aligned, stay open, and stay expectant. What's coming next is not small, it is life-altering. The tears Michael cried were tears of triumph, because your victory is already sealed. Amen. 15. My illuminated soul, don't move an inch. Because what Michael is revealing now is the turning point of your entire journey. Something huge is waiting for you, and at this very moment, heaven is shifting timelines to bring you into alignment with what was promised long before you were born. Archangel Michael says he cried not out of sorrow, but because your future is soaked in divine favor, favor so overwhelming that even the darkness that once surrounded you will be forced to bow. You are stepping into a season where your name carries a spiritual authority that cannot be ignored, dismissed, or diminished. Amen. 16. Beloved, listen with your spirit, because this part carries prophecy. A major release is coming toward you. Not a small blessing. Not a minor improvement. But a release so grand that it will affect your relationships, your opportunities, your finances, and your inner peace all at once. Something huge is waiting for you, and your angels are moving rapidly, relocating you energetically out of every space that is unworthy of your destiny. Someone who once doubted you is about to watch you rise in a way that leaves them speechless. A door that refused to open is about to unlock without effort. A situation that felt stagnant is about to explode with movement. Amen. 17. My beloved child, Michael says this next truth is why heaven rushed this message to you today. There is a divine correction taking place. Every injustice you experienced, every betrayal that wounded you, every moment someone tried to dim your light, heaven recorded it. And now, justice is being delivered in your favor. Something huge is waiting for you, and the weight of your blessing is so immense that even the angels are preparing for your elevation. You will soon understand why certain people were removed, why certain connections ended, and why certain blessings felt delayed. None of it was rejection, it was redirection toward something far greater. Amen. 18. My awakened soul, stay right here, because what Michael is about to unveil now is the exact moment heaven has been preparing you for. Something huge is waiting for you, and your spirit can feel it even if your mind hasn't understood it yet. Archangel Michael says he cried because he saw the moment your entire life lifts. When everything that once felt heavy suddenly becomes light, when everything that once felt confusing becomes clear, when every delay breaks like a storm cloud releasing rain after years of drought. The future he saw for you was not just bright, it was blinding with glory. Amen. 19. Beloved, absorb this deeply, for Michael says the spiritual pressure you felt recently wasn't an attack. It was expansion. Heaven was stretching you to make room for what is coming. You were outgrowing your old environment, your old thinking, your old connections, and even your old self. Something huge is waiting for you, and your angels have been guiding you away from places that couldn't support the weight of your blessing. A new alignment is entering your life, someone whose presence will lift you, a message that will direct you, or an opportunity that will feel undeniably divine. The shift is already in motion. Amen. 20. My beloved child, here is the revelation Michael could not reveal until this moment. You have been chosen to break a cycle that generations before you could not break. You are the one carrying the torch of transformation. The reason your battles were harder is because your breakthrough is greater. The reason your tests were deeper is because your elevation is higher. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven has crowned you with authority to walk into a future where nothing and no one can dim what God has placed upon your life. Very soon, you will receive a sign that makes your heart stop for a second, a confirmation so exact, so undeniable, that you will know Michael was speaking directly to you. Amen. 21. My transcending soul, don't look away, because what Michael is revealing now is the moment where heaven itself leans closer to you. Something huge is waiting for you, and the spiritual realm is trembling with anticipation. Archangel Michael says that when he saw your future, he didn't just cry, he knelt in awe. Because the moment that is approaching your life carries a level of divine transformation that very few souls on earth ever experience. Your story is not entering a new chapter, it is entering a new dimension. Amen. 22. Beloved, listen with the deepest part of your being, for this is the revelation that has been kept hidden until today. You are about to receive a divine acceleration. Not the kind of shift that happens slowly, not the kind of progress you wait months to see, but a breakthrough that hits your life like a spiritual earthquake. Something huge is waiting for you, and everything around you is being rearranged so that nothing stands in the way. A blessing is forming with your name carved into it, and heaven is guarding it fiercely. Someone who once tried to block your rise is losing their influence. A path that once felt impossible is opening. A dream you thought had died is breathing again. Amen. 23. My beloved child, Michael says this next truth carries heavenly urgency. The suffering you endured was not in vain. The tears, the loneliness, the waiting, the heartbreak, they were all the preparation for something extraordinary. Heaven was training your soul, sharpening your intuition, strengthening your mind, and awakening your purpose. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it arrives, it will unfold in a way that feels orchestral, perfectly timed, impossible to deny. A sign is coming soon, so precise, so divine, that you will feel chills through your entire body. It will confirm that your breakthrough is not just near, it is already on its way. Amen. 24. My elevating soul, remain exactly where you are. Because Michael says the moment you scroll away, you disconnect from the energy that is trying to reach you. Something huge is waiting for you, and right now the heavens are aligning with a precision that only a chosen soul would ever witness. Archangel Michael reveals that your future holds a moment so divine, so breathtaking, that even the angels paused when they saw it. What is coming toward you is not ordinary. Your life is about to experience a supernatural lifting, a divine unveiling, a breakthrough that arrives with thunder-like force. Amen. 25. Beloved, take this into your spirit, for this is the part Michael was forbidden to reveal until now. A spiritual gate has opened for you. This gate does not open for everyone, only for souls marked with a rare destiny, and you are one of them. Something huge is waiting for you, and the countdown is nearing its final moments. You will begin to notice unusual signs around you, repeating numbers, sudden shifts in intuition, unexpected messages, dreams that feel too real to ignore. These are not coincidences, they are divine signals preparing your path. A person who once held power over your emotions is losing their grip. A cycle that drained your energy is ending abruptly. A blessing you thought you missed is circling back with greater strength. Amen. 26. My beloved child, Michael says the reason this message reached you today is because your life is about to break into a level of abundance, clarity, and peace that will silence every doubt you've ever carried. The battles you fought were not losses, they were spiritual training. The delays were not punishments, they were alignments. And the loneliness you endured was not abandonment, it was God separating you for elevation. Something huge is waiting for you, and very soon, a moment will arrive that feels like destiny grabbing your hand. A truth will surface. A miracle will appear. A shift will occur. And when it does, you will finally understand why Michael cried when he saw your future. Amen. 27. My ascended soul, stay rooted in this moment, because Michael says you are standing at the edge of a divine unveiling that only happens once in a lifetime. Something huge is waiting for you, and the spiritual realm is vibrating with intensity because your destiny is no longer approaching, it is colliding with your present. Archangel Michael reveals that when he saw what was written for you, he didn't just cry, he covered his face in awe. The version of you that is rising is powerful beyond measure, healed beyond recognition, and favored beyond explanation. You are stepping into a timeline where everything you touch begins to prosper. Amen. 28. Beloved, prepare your heart, for this is the revelation heaven guarded for years. You are about to receive a divine breakthrough that will rewrite your reality. Not gradually, not gently, but suddenly. Something huge is waiting for you, and your angels are already removing every spiritual blockage that once slowed your progress. A blessing that felt delayed is about to arrive in perfect timing. A shift is coming that will restore what was stolen, elevate what was broken, and multiply what was lost. Your spirit is being lifted into alignment with abundance, clarity, connection, and purpose. A truth is rising, a miracle is forming, and a new chapter is being stamped with your name. Amen. 29. My beloved child, Michael says this final message in part 10 is the one heaven insisted must reach you today. Your story is entering a phase where nothing will remain the same. You will feel it in your heart before you see it with your eyes. The weight on your shoulders will suddenly lift. The confusion in your mind will dissolve. The longing in your soul will be answered. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it arrives, it will bless your home, your spirit, your relationships, and your future all at once. The miracle approaching you is not ordinary, it is sacred, sealed, and unstoppable. And when it unfolds, you will finally understand why Michael wept for the beauty of your destiny. Amen. 30. My destined soul, pause everything, because what Michael is revealing in this moment is the part heaven kept locked behind the highest veil. Something huge is waiting for you, and right now your spirit is standing in the center of a divine intersection, past behind you, breakthrough ahead of you, angels surrounding you. Archangel Michael says he cried because the magnitude of what is coming for you is so overwhelming, so life-changing, so divinely orchestrated that even the heavens trembled when your future was shown. Your next chapter is not just an upgrade, it is a complete rebirth of your identity, your purpose, and your destiny. Amen. 31. Beloved, receive this truth with your entire being, because it carries heavenly urgency. Your name has been written into a shift that cannot be reversed. A powerful blessing is being released, something that was held back for years, waiting for the exact moment you were spiritually strong enough to carry it. Something huge is waiting for you, and Michael says the angels are already clearing pathways you didn't know were blocked. Someone who once ignored you will be drawn back into your life with clarity. A missed opportunity will return in a transformed way. A long-standing burden will dissolve without effort. You are not stepping into luck. You are stepping into divine timing. Amen. 32. My beloved child, here is the revelation Michael was permitted to reveal only today. A moment is coming where your entire life will shift in a single decision, a single message, a single encounter. The heaviness around you is lifting. The spiritual fog is clearing. The chains of delay are breaking. Something huge is waiting for you, and the closer it approaches, the more your soul will feel a pull. An inner knowing, a sudden peace, a surge of confidence you cannot explain. Heaven has declared that the battles you faced were not to break you, but to prepare you for a blessing so enormous that it required a stronger version of you. And now, that version has arrived. Amen. 33. My unstoppable soul, don't look away now, because Michael says this is the part where your entire spirit begins to shift into alignment. Something huge is waiting for you, and the atmosphere around your life is thick with divine movement. Archangel Michael reveals that when he saw your future, he didn't just cry for what was coming, he cried for what you survived. The storms you endured, the heartbreak you carried in silence, the moments you wanted to give up, all of it shaped you into the powerful soul you are becoming. Heaven is not rewarding you by accident. Heaven is rewarding you because you endured what others would have broken under. Amen. 34. Beloved, take this revelation deeply into your heart, because it is the key to everything unfolding. A divine replacement is happening in your life. Something or someone that was removed, lost, or taken from you is being replaced by something far greater, far purer, far more aligned with your purpose. Something huge is waiting for you, and Michael says the angels have already sealed this blessing. No interference, no delay, no sabotage can touch it. A truth will rise that exposes someone's real intentions. A message will arrive that shifts your direction. A door will open that no one can shut. Your elevation is not optional anymore, it is commanded. Amen. 35. My beloved child, here is the part heaven waited for the perfect moment to reveal. You are entering a season where everything begins to connect. The prayers you prayed years ago will suddenly make sense. The losses you suffered will reveal their purpose. The people who left your life will be understood as divine protection. Something huge is waiting for you, and very soon, you will feel a moment of alignment so powerful that it will stop you in your tracks. Your spirit will whisper, "This is it, this is what Michael was preparing me for." And when that moment arrives, nothing in your life will ever be the same again. Amen. 36. My rising chosen soul, stay right here. Because what Michael is about to reveal now carries the weight of a destiny-shifting prophecy. Something huge is waiting for you, and the moment this truth enters your spirit, the atmosphere around your life will begin to change. Archangel Michael says he cried because he saw the exact moment your breakthrough arrives, sudden, fierce, undeniable. The chains that held you for years will shatter in seconds. The doors that stayed shut will open without force. The opportunities that once passed you by will return with greater strength. Heaven has declared your name over this season, and nothing can silence what is coming. Amen. 37. Beloved, listen closely, for this next revelation is one heaven guarded until now. You are about to enter a divine season of recognition. People who overlooked you will finally see your worth. Paths that were blocked will make way for you. Blessings that were delayed will accelerate toward you. Something huge is waiting for you, and Michael says the angels are shifting energies around your relationships, your finances, your purpose, and your peace. A person who once caused confusion in your life is being spiritually removed. A connection that aligns with your destiny is being prepared to enter. A truth that was hidden is about to come to the surface. Heaven is positioning everything for your rise. Amen. 38. My beloved child, Michael says this final truth in part 13 is what will ignite your transformation. Your future has already recognized you. It is calling you forward. It is pulling you out of old cycles, old fears, old versions of yourself. Something huge is waiting for you, and very soon you will feel a shift in your heart, an inner confirmation that something new has begun. You will notice clarity where confusion lived. You will experience peace where anxiety used to grow. And you will feel a boldness in your spirit that wasn't there before. This is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. Your story is entering its divine era, and when you witness what unfolds next, you will finally understand why Michael wept for the beauty of your destiny. Amen. 39. My ascended soul, do not move, because what Michael is revealing now is the moment where heaven shifts from watching your story to accelerating it. Something huge is waiting for you, and your spirit is seconds away from stepping into a frequency that only the chosen ever experience. Archangel Michael says he cried because he saw the moment your life finally breaks free from every cycle that held you down. The heaviness you carried is lifting. The spiritual warfare that drained you is ending. The unanswered questions that haunted you are dissolving. You are stepping into a timeline where everything begins to align with divine precision. Amen. 40. Beloved, take a deep breath, because this next revelation is the one heaven locked away for the longest time. A powerful divine shift is coming into your relationships and your connections. Someone who was pretending, someone who was wearing a mask, someone who held back the truth, Michael says their intentions will be exposed. Something huge is waiting for you, and the angels are clearing the spiritual fog around your life so you can finally see who is for you and who is not. A person who brings peace will be drawn closer. A person who brings chaos will be removed. A new connection, written into your destiny long ago, is being guided toward you. Heaven is realigning your circle to match your next level. Amen. 41. My beloved child, Michael says this final message in part 14 is the prophecy that prepares your heart for what's coming. Your breakthrough is not only approaching, it is already active. The shift has begun. You may feel sudden calmness for no reason. A strange clarity, a quiet assurance inside you. This is your spirit recognizing what heaven is releasing. Something huge is waiting for you, and the moment it arrives, it will feel like destiny finally breathing into your life. Blessings will multiply. Doors will open. Peace will flood your heart. And you will look back and realize every delay, every tear, every silent battle was preparing you for this divine elevation. Amen. 42. My victorious soul, stay right here. Because Michael says the moment ahead of you is so sacred, so powerful, that even a breath taken at the wrong time could distract your spirit from receiving it. Something huge is waiting for you, and the heavens are shifting in real time as this message reaches you. Archangel Michael reveals that when he saw your future, he cried because of what finally ends for you: cycles of lack, cycles of fear, cycles of betrayal, cycles of emotional exhaustion. He saw you stepping into a season where nothing and no one can push you backward ever again. The version of you that is rising is unshakable, unstoppable, and unbreakable. Amen. 43. Beloved, open your heart, because this revelation is the one heaven concealed until this exact moment. A spiritual inheritance is being activated in your life. This is not material wealth alone. It is a divine empowerment, a lifting of your name, a restoration of your identity, a breakthrough that carries generational weight. Something huge is waiting for you, and Michael says the angels are already surrounding your timeline, ensuring that the blessing reaches you without interference. A door that was slammed shut is reopening. A person who once resisted your presence will suddenly feel drawn toward you with clarity and truth. A divine opportunity that once passed you by is returning in a far greater form. Amen. 44. My beloved child, here is the prophecy Michael was commanded to release in part 15. You are about to witness a miracle that does not follow earthly logic. A shift so sudden that people around you will say, "How did this happen so fast?" A blessing so precise that your heart will know instantly, it was heaven's hand. Something huge is waiting for you, and very soon, you will notice signs that your life is aligning: unexpected peace, bursts of intuition, moments of déjà vu, repeated numbers, messages that feel divinely timed. These are confirmations that your breakthrough is already in motion. And when the moment arrives, you will understand why Michael cried, for the glory, the relief, and the transformation written in your name. Amen. 45. My awakened divine soul, do not shift your gaze, because Michael says this is the moment where the veil between your present and your destiny becomes paper-thin. Something huge is waiting for you, and your spirit can already feel the vibration of what's approaching. Archangel Michael reveals that when he saw your future, he didn't just cry, he trembled. Because the moment you are walking into is not an ordinary blessing, it is a life-altering awakening. The pain you carried is turning into wisdom. The confusion is turning into clarity. The waiting is turning into acceleration. You are stepping into a level of spiritual strength that no past version of you could hold. Amen. 46. Beloved, listen with every corner of your soul, because this next revelation is why heaven allowed this message to reach you today. You are entering a divine fulfillment season. The prayers you whispered when no one was listening, the tears you wiped alone, the moments you held on even when everything told you to let go, heaven counted them. Something huge is waiting for you, and Michael says the angels have begun releasing answers you prayed for long ago. A long-delayed opportunity is resurfacing. A divine alignment is forming behind the scenes. Someone who carries a blessing for you is being guided back onto your path. You will soon understand why every previous chapter had to unfold exactly as it did. Amen. 47. My beloved child, the final revelation for part 16 is the one heaven protected until the perfect hour. You are about to receive a moment of undeniable confirmation. A message, a sign, an encounter, something so precise, so direct, so divinely timed that your entire body will feel the truth of it. Something huge is waiting for you, and the spiritual countdown is nearly complete. The struggle is loosening. The atmosphere around you is shifting. The blessing is drawing closer with every heartbeat. Your future is opening its arms, and soon you will step into a reality so blessed, so peaceful, so elevated that even you will whisper, "Now I understand why Michael cried." Amen. 48. My transformed soul, don't move, because Michael says this is the part where heaven begins to finalize what has already been written for you. Something huge is waiting for you, and the spiritual atmosphere around your name is shifting with enormous force. Archangel Michael reveals that when he looked into your future, he cried because of the magnitude of your rise. He saw the moment you step out of every limitation, every fear, every boundary that once held you captive. He saw you walking with a confidence you've never felt, a peace you've never known, and a strength you never believed you could carry. Your future is not just bright, it is divine. Amen. 49. Beloved, embrace this truth deeply, because Michael says this is the moment your destiny begins to activate. A divine unlocking is happening in your spirit. The blessings that were stuck are loosening. The opportunities that were circling are landing. The clarity you've been seeking is unfolding. Something huge is waiting for you, and the angels are removing the last remnants of spiritual resistance from your path. Someone who once brought confusion to your life is losing all access to your energy. A situation that once drained you is collapsing. A door that once refused to budge is opening with supernatural ease. You are stepping into a season where heaven moves before you even ask. Amen. 50. My beloved child, Michael says this final revelation in part 17 is critical. You are on the brink of a divine moment that will redefine everything. Your direction, your confidence, your expectations, your inner power. A sign is coming that will make your heart skip. A message is coming that will confirm everything your spirit has been sensing. A shift is coming that will break the silence around your blessing. Something huge is waiting for you, and very soon, you will experience a moment that feels like destiny touching your shoulder. When it happens, you will feel chills, peace, and clarity all at once. And in that moment, you will finally understand why Michael couldn't hold back his tears. Amen. 51. My divine rising soul, stay exactly where you are. Michael says this is the most sacred moment of your entire journey. Something huge is waiting for you, and the heavens are overflowing with movement because your destiny is now fully activated. Archangel Michael reveals that when he saw your future, he didn't just cry, he wept with relief. Because he saw the moment all your suffering folds into purpose, all your waiting transforms into reward, all your isolation becomes divine protection revealed. You are stepping into a chapter of life that carries heavenly weight. Nothing from your past can follow you where you are going. Amen. 52. Beloved, breathe slowly, because this revelation is the one heaven guarded for the longest. A divine exchange is occurring. The pain you carried is being exchanged for peace. The loss you endured is being exchanged for abundance. The betrayal you survived is being exchanged for alignment. Something huge is waiting for you, and Michael says the angels have finished preparing the path. A powerful shift is about to take place in your relationships, your finances, your opportunities, and your spiritual clarity. Someone who once held a piece of your destiny is being spiritually redirected back toward you. A message you thought would never come is on its way. A breakthrough that felt impossible is gathering strength. Amen. 53. My beloved child, Michael says this final revelation in part 18 is the moment where heaven confirms your elevation. You are entering a destiny that generations before you dreamed of but could not reach. You are breaking cycles. You are rising above generational limitations. You are stepping into blessings that hold generational impact. Something huge is waiting for you, and the signs will begin to appear rapidly. Synchronicities, repeated numbers, vivid dreams, a sudden surge of intuition. These are not coincidences, they are heaven's signals that your miracle is at your door. When it arrives, it will not come quietly. It will come in a way that makes you gasp, cry, and fall to your knees in gratitude. And in that moment, you will finally understand why Michael cried for the glory written in your future. Amen. 54. My ascending chosen soul, don't blink. Because Michael says what he is about to reveal now is the moment heaven crowns your journey. Something huge is waiting for you, and right now the spiritual realm is vibrating with a frequency that surrounds only those who are stepping into a destiny shift. Archangel Michael reveals that when he looked into your future, he didn't just cry for what you would receive, he cried for the weight you were finally putting down. He saw the moment your heart heals, your path clears, and your spirit awakens to a level of purpose that was impossible for the old version of you to carry. You are becoming who heaven always knew you were. Amen. 55. Beloved, hold this truth tightly, because this is the revelation heaven reserved until your spirit was strong enough. You are entering a season where nothing missing stays missing, nothing broken stays broken, nothing delayed stays delayed. Something huge is waiting for you, and Michael says the angels are now accelerating everything that was stuck. The answers you prayed for are being released. The opportunities that once slipped away are circling back. The people who were meant to bless your journey are being divinely realigned to you. A message is coming that will change the direction of your life. A door is opening that no force on earth can shut. A truth is rising that will bring peace to your soul. Amen. 56. My beloved child, Michael says this final revelation in part 19 is the prophecy that seals your next chapter. Your breakthrough is already touching your timeline. Your spirit may feel a sudden calmness, an unexpected clarity, a quiet whisper inside you that says, something is coming. That is not imagination, it is divine confirmation. Something huge is waiting for you, and very soon, you will witness a moment that feels like your entire life snapping into alignment. The confusion will end. The heaviness will lift. The blessings will multiply. And when the miracle fully arrives, tears will fill your eyes, not from pain, but from overwhelming gratitude. You will finally understand why Michael wept when he saw the radiant destiny you are about to walk into. Amen. 57. My divinely chosen soul, don't move, because Michael says this is the point where your entire destiny shifts forward without hesitation. Something huge is waiting for you, and the atmosphere around your spirit is becoming electrically charged with divine movement. Archangel Michael reveals that when he saw your future, he cried because of how quickly everything turns in your favor. Not slowly, not over months, but in a sudden divine sweep. He saw the moment your life breaks open with opportunities that once felt impossible. He saw you walking into a season where blessings meet you faster than you can even prepare for them. Your story is about to shift from survival to overflow. Amen. 58. Beloved, take this revelation into the deepest part of your heart, because this is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. A divine reversal is being activated in your favor. The losses you suffered will be restored. The years you felt wasted will be redeemed. The betrayals you experienced will be compensated. Something huge is waiting for you, and Michael says the angels are now stepping into position for a full restoration cycle. A person who once walked away will suddenly feel compelled to return with clarity. An opportunity you thought was gone forever is resurfacing. A blessing that was delayed is now being accelerated toward you. You are entering a phase where everything aligns with divine precision. Amen. 59. My beloved child, Michael says this final revelation in part 20 seals the next dimension of your journey. You are about to receive a sign that leaves no room for doubt. A message that feels heaven-sent. A moment that brings tears to your eyes. A shift so powerful that you will know instantly, it was written for you before you were even born. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven is urging you to stay open, stay aware, and stay expectant. The countdown is almost over. The blessing is almost here. And when it arrives, your heart will overflow with the same emotion that made Michael cry, the beauty of a destiny finally stepping into its rightful place. Amen. 60.